Hello, I'm Alison Jones. I'm the Director of Practical Inspiration Publishing, and I'm here again to talk live to one of our shortlisted Business Book Award authors for 2024, which is so exciting. So just a quick preamble, where have you been? I've been doing this for a few now. I'm talking to each of them. It's a brilliant way of finding out a bit more about the backstory of the book. And all 18 shortlisted titles are on offer at 99 pence or 99 cents on the Kindle store at the moment. So if you like the sound of this one, or indeed any of the others, you be the judge. While the judges make their decision, you can go and find out for yourself. But today I am with Catherine Garrod. Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
She's the author of Conscious Inclusion, How to Do EDI One Decision at a Time. Gorgeous cover. Just enjoy that for a moment.
I love it.
So Catherine, tell us why you wrote the book.
Oh my goodness. I think I just saw so many really passionate people out there trying to make change, but their efforts weren't being rewarded. Like the amount of effort they were putting in, it just wasn't having the impact that it deserved. So, and the kind of culmination of that was organizations just kept falling into the same traps and just investing time and money in the wrong places. And I was like, how do you harness all of that commitment and that passion and that energy and give people the really practical steps so that people are equipped and empowered to do the things that are going to make the difference and be sustainable, like that one decision at a time, just break it down.
And it is a huge, as you say, it's do EDI is kind of on every leader's to-do list. But what does that actually look like? So what gave you that that structure, if you like, of breaking it down into specific decisions?
I think you're right. So often there's so many words and language in this space, and they all sort of get blended together, and people don't even necessarily stop and think about the difference between diversity, which is our individual characteristics and life experiences, and inclusion, which is our behaviours and our choices and who we involve in decision making or research or product design or development or hire, you name it, actually, in any team, in any organisation, at any level, people, human beings, are making decisions that impact other people. You know, whether they're designing something or they're hiring somebody or they're writing a policy or they're doing marketing, it doesn't really matter. Everything that we have across society and across business impacts people, and most of what we've inherited is one size fits all. There's 8.1 billion people on the planet, right? And we all absolutely need different things at different times. So it's not about changing the work everybody does. It's about making the work people do, and the work people do brilliantly just work better for everyone.
And I think what really struck me when we talked about it initially, and you delivered on brilliantly, is that thing that diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's not something that's a kind of separate function. You know, how you have somebody who's a lead in this area and they deal with it and nobody else has to think about it. It's actually, you've got to embed it in every single business decision or it's not working. And I think I used the phrase that really struck me when we were writing the marketing copy, when I was promoting this LinkedIn Live as well, which is if you're not consciously including people, you are unconsciously excluding people.
For sure. Like our brains most of the time are on autopilot, and that serves us as individuals pretty well. It's pretty reliable because it's going back and making decisions based on our own experiences. So if we're making choices about what to eat, where to go, when to cross the road, whether or not to watch another episode on TV, and it's only affecting us, it's pretty reliable, right? Because it's looking at what felt good, what felt familiar, what we've experienced before. But when you're making decisions about other people's lives, that's unreliable because it doesn't have that same resource bank, and it can't possibly with 8.1 billion people on the planet. So conscious inclusion is about getting to the slower part of your brain, the 5 or 10% thinking space, which knows it doesn't have all the answers and goes and looks for research and collaborates and gets feedback and goes, what am I missing? What else? What other perspectives are there? How do you view this challenge or this problem, or what solutions do you see? And that just equips teams to make much better solutions from the offset rather than try and modify something later, which is much harder.
And I mean, to be fair, you've just given us 8.1 billion reasons, but just give me one reason why this book really matters.
Do you know, I think I'm known for like making inclusion simple. And I think the book absolutely does that. It makes inclusion really simple. It breaks it down. There's no blame, shame, judgment. You know, you should already know this stuff. It's hard. our brains are on autopilot, and we've literally inherited the way everything works. I think the one reason is it breaks it down, it makes it really simple, and that ultimately empowers all of those people out there that care about this stuff to create that sustainable change, one decision at a time. You haven't got to do everything on a Thursday afternoon. Like, do one thing brilliantly at a time, and then do the next one and the next one and the next one. It literally gives you a checklist to work through.
Brilliant. And I have to say, actually, working with you on this was terrific for us as a team as well, because Catherine absolutely walks her talk. And, you know, from the cover to the type spec inside and everything, it is all accessible, and it's a real masterclass in just making those little decisions in the smallest things that make the book more accessible. So yeah, terrific.
And I don't know everything, right? So one of the examples is choosing a dyslexic friendly font. So I was like, I think I've done a good job. But one of the things I did is I put a post out on LinkedIn, and I was like, look, if anyone's up for helping me, I think I've done a good job. But if you or someone you know has got dyslexia, would you review the text on the back cover? Because I just want to check. And a bunch of people did. People are really willing to get involved if you ask for really simple feedback.
Yeah, such a good lesson. And Catherine, we all want to know, how did you react when you found out you've been shortlisted?
So I'm a very impatient person. So my first reaction was September. I can't believe I'm going to wait until September. That seems ages away. But more seriously, actually, I was just really thrilled to see the book shortlisted alongside so many other great titles, because I get really empowered by the sort of collective impact of everybody out there doing their one brilliant thing at the time. So, you know, the fact that there's even a category for my book with other people in that category, I think about the collective impact of all of our readers, you know, and what they're doing out there in the world. And I'm just really looking forward to cheering each other on. I just, you know, there isn't really a competition when it comes to inclusion, because I think we're all on the same team. We're all just out there trying to help and guide and influence and empower people to make the world a bit better.
Which is lovely, and I really hope you win.
I mean, I'd love to win, don't get me wrong, but you know, equally, right? You know, if somebody else wins, I'd be very happy for them too.
And you're right that if you are interested particularly in diversity, equity and inclusion, then the Diversity, Equity and Inclusion shortlist for the Business Book Awards 2024 is a really, really great place to start, because there's some fantastic books on the topic there. And indeed, all of the shortlists, you know, if you're just looking for your next big business book read, head over to the Business Book Award shortlists, and you won't go far wrong. Catherine, fantastic to talk to you today. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck in September.
Thank you very much.